Yeah, yes, guys, how we doing? This is a video that I wanted to address out to coffee shops of London, in particular. Any coffee shops, even the mainstreams as well. Now, I just wanted to say, man, I remember, I feel like I was getting enticed when I first come to London to go to a coffee shop. So I did, and it was Brick Lane, yeah. And this girl walked in behind me. I believe she was probably Ethiopian or Eritrean in descent. By the dynamics that were in the room, she would always sit next to me and I would always sit next to her. And then I think two other white guys came in behind me, and basically she would have probably sat next to me, yeah, just like nothing romantic, whatever, right? And we was made to sit apart from each other, and these two guys got in between, and they started saying some horrible stuff. But because they got a good command of English, it's worse than someone that's just like F you and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because I speak English, right? So, yeah, and it was a real bad experience, you know? So, yeah, that was my first experience in coffee shops in London. Because I've never been really a coffee drinker. But this continental thing, since I come back, it's like that. It's big, yeah? Now, fast forward, because I don't really want to go too much on about this here, right? I've had many instances where I feel like, not like the place is fixed, but it's only like, I'm only dropped in places where yeah, I'm going to say it, where I can only be interacted with by a Muslim woman or person, you know, and, or they'll take over the shop if need be, or make sure I don't interact with anyone else whilst no one else speaks to me, and they're just like fixtures. So they're not there, they're there to make it look like it's real, but it's not, and it's all like controlled by certain people, and it might not even be Muslim, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to give you another example. You know, one day, I'm going to tell you just little stories, yeah. So like basically one day I was coming home I was going into the city, yeah, right? This is just an example, yeah, right? And I realised, yeah, every coffee shop, there was a whitening of every coffee shop as I was going into the city, yeah. Just seeing like European people again, or people that are definitely European and not from anywhere else. And I just looked across and looked down the road, and I don't like to say this because I felt shame, and I felt this is not me. I just felt a sense of relief, like like, you know, like in the movies, the white man always comes and saves the day. Yeah, that's what black people would say, yeah. That's how I felt. But after a split second, I felt like that's not the way I do business. I'm an international person, like that's not how I do business. I can't believe I'm feeling like this. I'm in London, the city that I was born and bred in, and I feel saved by seeing white or European people serving coffee. Oh, they're talking to me again. Or like, just like as a black man, I felt a deep sense of, not shame, just a deep sense of disappointment that I feel saved and I feel relieved by seeing white people. I shouldn't feel like that as a black man, but I'm not lying to you, that's how I felt. I'm not lying to myself, I'm not lying to you, like that's how I felt. And I shouldn't feel like that. And I thought, that's not how I do business. I'd just like everyone to go back to normal, you know. But yeah, that's how I felt. But then, after that point, a lot of the shops where I'd see like a half sort of attractive woman that you don't mind serving you coffee or whatever, or just people that I'd probably want to talk to more than others, I'd probably be fair. Because I know like they'll be like same religion or background of me, and they'll speak the same lingo. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. It's nothing bad. Yeah, right. I noticed like these shops along the way into central London were now taken over by like, oh man, it's so bad, like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's a Brazilian, it's this, it's that person or whatever. But sometimes, man, because of so many situations being fixed, I can't take risks sometimes. Yeah, with people trying to like interact with me when I've asked them not to, yeah. But like, yeah, I just saw like basically those white faces over time, after you started to do that, being replaced by Muslims, yeah. Which I thought like, man, just work where you work. Why you gotta hide behind the counter or whatever? But you know what, that's in the past, yeah. But yeah, so like, not that I've been on I've been on a bit of a coffee shop boycott, because like, I haven't come to be tricked or fooled, and I haven't come to like only be interacted with by a certain set of people. I ain't, once again, for everyone, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be blocked off from any people, really. The only reason I'm a bit funny is because, yeah, I'm single, I'm looking for a partner, and I don't want you as my partner. And that's quite important. Like, that's like kids, family, like, do you know what I mean? I can't like play with that. And if it comes off funny, it comes off funny, because in 5 or 10 years time, if you got a kid or not, you don't know, yeah, right? Like, I've done it for them, not for me. I've done it for them, to produce them. So I'm quite serious about this, you know? So, yeah, like I've had like a lot of scenes where like people are just like, or I'll have like white people or someone of my own background like not allowed to serve or speak to me, but only a Muslim person can. And no one's speaking to me, and I don't know what the situation is, but it's like, it's quite scary at times, you know, with the efficiency that people do it. And like, it feels like it's like a crazy movie. Do you know what I mean? You can imagine how it looks empathize with me and imagine how it looks, which I know many of you may have done. You know, it's crazy. And like, to think here, like, do you know what I mean? Like, since I've come here, the only women that have really served me coffee that are black women, they only ever look like a Muslim black woman that I know. One of my siblings, one of my first cousins, or like one of my second cousins. That is it. So sometimes, like, how am I going to get romantic with like, or talk like in a way where someone looks like a dead ringer for like my first cousin or whatever and all that sort. I'm not in that business. Let's not go there, right? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but then sometimes it's very, very like calming, but then that's like the only person that they'll half allow me to speak to. So when you see me in supermarkets, people, the local ones and whatever, if you see a black woman in there, 9 times out of 10, she looks like my immediate family member or like a black Muslim woman that I know, if she's black. So then I'm thinking like, like, why are they letting these black girls in there? It's not, sometimes they only let them in there because they look like Muslim women that I know, which is crazy. It's just crazy. Like, do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, and also, man, I've noticed like sometimes, yeah, I'll see like women of like the Orient in the past, yeah, sort of hide as I'm coming by, which can hurt, but it's for a reason. It's security and safety, yeah, right? And I know I don't take anything by it now, yeah, right? But I've noticed quite a few of you popping up in coffee shops, and listen, I see you, I'll drive right past you, yeah, because, yeah, I just want things to go back to normal, and like, I don't want any problem for you. And also, yeah, like, I didn't want you to have the ability of this. Like, I was at the Joe and Juice in Southwark Park Road, and I walked in, there was 4 or 5 of you, and there was one girl of the Orient there, like a young girl, could be my daughter, right? Or whatever, yeah, right? And as you guys were making me coffee, do you know what? I didn't want her to touch my coffee or be anywhere in the process, making it or serving me. And do you know why? I didn't want her to have I wanted to take the ability away from her to be able to, after work, go into her WhatsApp or whatever it is and say message, oh yeah, that guy Mark came in, I saw him and I served him. I didn't want her to have that opportunity, yeah? Because if she had that opportunity, right, yeah, right, she would have been the last, and she was, I think she was the last person of the Orient in a coffee shop, a mainstream coffee shop, to serve me in maybe 8 or 9 months after that period. You'll know when I went, and I just thought that's not on. And I didn't want to give her that ability. So sometimes, yeah, also as well as that, I've noticed, yeah, like, if certain people that I'm kind of attracted to, not in sexual, just like attracted to, are serving at certain coffee shops, you are replaced. I might as well let the Sikhs know. So, just so you know, Sikhs, yeah, right? Right. Anywhere I see your turban, I see it as a beacon of trust. Do I need to say these things? Sometimes I need to say, right, I see it as a beacon of trust. Just like my own brother. I see it as a beacon of trust. And I think they've clocked that and they know that, yeah, right? So often when I see you, I may see you serving a coffee in Westfield. Yeah, right? But often when I drive by in London, coffee shops where I see you with a turban in shops, you are replaced quite a few times by a Muslim woman or a Muslim man or a Muslim woman, like with her hijab. You are replaced. Yeah? So don't think I'm being funny, but this is what is being done. Yeah, anyone I see as a beacon of trust or anyone I like, you are replaced like by Muslims if they, yeah. The only places you're not is where like anywhere that's a nice place for me to go to, they take over. Anywhere that's awkward or I can't park my scooter or something like that, that's where you guys sometimes tend to be. Yeah, but other than that, anywhere, it's a bit like South Africa. Like I remember my friend telling me like all the white people were allowed to move to the plentiful locations whilst the black people were squeezed into townships, so they had to walk miles for water, which is a basic necessity, whilst the whites were able to just plunder the amenities, you know. So like, yeah, anyway, going on to my case in point, yeah, so Sikhs, man, I just wanted to let you know, like, that's what happens. A lot of you guys are often replaced. Now I'm going to give you an example because I get this into a video, right? I went to a store called Condor on Grazing Road, aptly named Condor, right? I saw a Sikh guy just there. So you know what? Yeah, I went back and I went and got something from there. I went and bought something from there, a hat or whatever and all the rest of it, yeah, right? I think I went back the next time now, or it may have been on the same occasion. I went downstairs, all secluded, and I see, I think it was 3 to 4 men of like Southeast Asian descent and one kind of girl, she was kind of attractive. And me being in London, I know for a fact, I didn't even need to ask them. I started to hear different linguistic, and I did ask them, and they were from like the most densely populated Muslim Southeast Asian country, which I know, the most densely populated in the world, Indonesia. I know for a fact, like 3 or 4 Caribbean men, or 3 or 4 Vietnamese men, or men from Hong Kong, yeah, right, whatever, they wouldn't be allowed to do that. They wouldn't be allowed to, so I knew it wasn't you guys. But like Muslims are allowed to come up next to me like that or make a girl act all flirty with me behind scenes when you guys ain't allowed to do that. You know? But yeah, so they used the beacon of your turban, me trusting the firm to try and set up a scene for me to get friendly and whatever and all this sort of stuff. You know? So yeah, man, I always grew up like fair with everyone. And I know like a lot of Muslims that I grew up with will say, no, Mark is very nice, very nice. They'll say a lot of good things about me. But I'm not funny with anyone, man. But who you choose is who you choose. You can't be putting like trying to place people or people that you can control in and around me. Like, do you know what I mean? Yes, I'm desperate to meet people, meet partners and all this sort of stuff, whatever, man. But not at the expense of like my spirituality, my faith, what I choose in life, the journey I want to go on with whomever it is. I can't let that happen, man, and I won't be happy. I won't be happy at all, and that's the main thing you need in life, to know, to feel happy, you know? So I just wanted to say, coffee shops, man, just summing up, to feel like saved by white people, it's a defeat to me as a black man, to feel saved by seeing white people again. Yeah, I'll let you have it. To see white people again, I feel saved. I feel like the cavalry's come. A black man like that, that's a defeat. I'm sorry. That's a defeat in this country. And where I come from as a person spiritually, that's a defeat. I've been defeated. Do you know what I mean? So, but then also as well, man, just where you're born and bred as well. There's certain people I get along with better. It's not a colour thing, but there's certain people, like, they speak my linguistic. They speak my language, you know? So yeah, I don't know where this is going, but like basically, yeah, just the coffee shops. I just want you to like, yeah, just try and go back to normal. And I just wanted to get it out because I feel like people, some places roll the red carpet out for me, and some places are like a little bit funny and whatever. And that's why I still stick to the mainstream shops. But like, yeah, like I'm not into that, man. Like going to Surrey Quays and the only person that's allowed to serve me coffee is a Muslim person. I'm not into that. It's off a principle. And that's why sometimes I could walk into a coffee shop the other day and it's all Orient women in there serving and all the rest of it with Muslim men controlling and whatever. Yeah, but like, I'm doing that for you girls because I feel like the amount of times that they've intimidated and blocked you and stopped you from speaking. Nah, man, I'm not happy with it. You know, I'm not happy with it. Like, human rights wise, I'm not happy with it, man. At all. Not at all. It's not the game I play. I'm cool with everyone, man. I'm cool with everyone. So for years now, like, they've done this. Like, they only drop me in locations where, like, they know I can only interact with a Muslim person, most likely, or it's a controlled environment. And like, that's not how I envisage life. That's not how I work as a person. Do you know what I mean? And then when you don't want to do that, they try and table a racist bid against you, or you're like whatever. Everyone says funny things about other people, but trust me, I'm good with absolutely all faiths. I accept all faiths, all religions. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I'm good. So much so, I will make jokes about it, and I don't care. You know? But I can't have like just one set of people trying to corner me off. And also as well, like they've really gone about in a sly and quite intellectual way, right, and quite smart way of blocking Caribbean women from me. Like, especially born and bred British women. First off, it was lies, deceit, whatever, and then just misunderstandings. So much so, these girls don't even know how to really kind of approach me now. But that's my doing off of like influence from outside. Because I've noticed like black Caribbean women, when you're around, yeah, they don't like it. Muslim women don't like it when you're around. They change how they act and they don't really like it. I don't know why they don't like it. They feel like they lose control. I don't know what it is. Yeah. But also, I just wanted to say as well, like, let me just finish up by giving like this as well. You see me sometimes walk out of a coffee shop because what it is, yeah, this is what they were doing for years, yeah, right? Yes, virtually years, yeah, right? I would say the biggest culprit is Cafe Nero. Yeah. Like, basically, like, they'll go and hide behind the coffee machines. Right, I'll go in there and it's like a Muslim woman hiding behind the coffee machine. Like, so basically tricking me to come in to get served by a Muslim woman. Yeah, when they got everywhere covered anyway, yeah, right? But it's like, why are you hiding behind a coffee machine and all the time? Like, it's constant, like, trying to trickery. Yeah, like, so, like, man, like, it's too much. Do you know what I mean? And Cafe Nero is the #1 place for doing that. Yeah, they do that a lot. Like, they do that virtually 100. Starbucks, like, recently, I've seen people shake their head or whatever because they make sure that only a Muslim woman can serve me coffee. Especially in a place where there's quite a few, like, girls of other, like, Orient white girls, whatever. They make sure that's the case. Because I'm not going to speak to anyone, but I'm just going to sit there. So they try and cut me off from everyone. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to do a countdown. Cafe Nero does that the most. Yeah, when I don't like that. Now, there are other, like, bubble tea shops with Orient women that do that as well. But I think it's because, yeah, right, oh, you drew him in the shop by you showing your nice figure or whatever and all that sort of stuff. So they hide to say, no, he came in here. That's why some shops I walk in what I call blind. I walk in without seeing who's actually in there. So they can't say that, you know. But can you imagine all this? It's only a 20-minute chat about coffee and all this sort of stuff, right? But yeah, no, it's bothered me, man, because, like, you know what? Out on a scooter and that, you do need to brake and you do need to sit in somewhere warm and comfortable, man. But for my pride, my dignity, and yeah, man, just like my basic sort of human right and having the affordability to meet and talk with whomever it is, I just need to hold my feet in the ground, man, and take it, man. Do you know what I mean? And take it as a punishment, whatever, man. Because, like, I speak to everyone, but I'm not gonna be like that. It's not like I want to. It's like it's just so convoluted. It's just so forced, and it's so, like, it's quite imprisoned. It's imprisonment. Do you know what I mean? And, like, a lot of you people, I want to speak to you, man. You, like, big up a girl. I was out somewhere, yeah, right? And a Muslim man took over and tried to serve me, yeah, right? And this girl wanted to, like, she let him, but she wanted to let me know, I serve the coffee here. I want to serve you, Mark. Do you know what, Mark? This man is took over my place of work, which is my house. Yeah, right? I want to serve you. I was like, big up, sis. Do you know what I mean? In central London, like, she stood up for herself. Be a bit more confident, especially a white girl. Be a bit more confident, man. Listen, I'm your brother, man. Be cool. Do I not speak what you can't understand? Do I not feel what you can't? Do you know what I mean? Stace. Come on, Stacey, man. Do I not like... Do you know what I mean? So be a bit more confident and like, just know, like, do you know what I mean? Like, every little bit counts. Like, do you know what I mean? Just a hello and a goodbye. All that stuff accumulates throughout the day. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, it has a really good effect. And you girls have been good. You've been good on the road, man, definitely. Yeah, but like, you haven't, like, the interactions in places of official places where you're just serving as this and that, you allow people to come in and dominate your environment and dominate you. Do you know what I mean? And all someone's got to do, like I said to you, the best time to break up a friendship is to not even let it start. Yeah, that's why sometimes people are like, why don't you talk? Because I want to see you again and just be consistent with you. But I know if I talk to you, these people will come and just take you out of there. You know what I mean? Which is not right. Do you know what I mean? So you, as a one person, when someone moves you from your position, you're like, oh, he didn't move from my position. But can you imagine, that's done 20 times to me in a day. Or maybe 100 times in a week, where I've been blocked off from meeting different people. Yeah, right, that's 100 times that's done. So that one little thing they've done to you and me, from stop us from interacting, that's all right, isn't it? But imagine that's done to me 100 times over. And then month after month and year after year, the effect it can have, the accumulative effect. So you guys have got to help me with that, man. Resuscitate me with that, you know? And then eventually, someone that really wants to pop up and speak to me can. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I've got to get back to work. Hope this message reaches you well. Absolute love to all. Take care. Bless. One. Big up the whole of Barnes where I'm sitting right now. Very nice area. You wouldn't want me here, living here, surely. It's a lovely area, man. Because the ghouls and the demons following me around sometimes. Jesus. Have you seen the lips on these boys? Oh, kid. Anyway, take care. Love. One.